This latest story reading is brought to you by beans. Bear beans. Danger beans. The forbidden beans. Oh, and a ghost?
I'm a spooky ghost and I will dance for you. Watch me twist my sheet to this gentle groove.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. Tilly Witch by Don Freeman? Don Treeman? Dante Eman? Don't Neiman? I'm sure that'll become apparent once it's typed. It's almost Halloween, and Tilly Witch has a serious problem. Happy and gay, dancing and giggling, she feels kindly towards every. By the way, this was, I think this was in the 60s, so a little late, I guess, to still be using the word gay, but yeah, that is what it is. Or is it late? Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just... Anyway, why did I could have just walked right past that. But no, I had to point it out. Dancing and giggling, she feels kindly towards everyone. How can she hope to frighten anyone when she doesn't feel the least bit wicked? Tilly knows she needs emergency treatment, so off she flies on her surf broom. I'll be back when I feel worse, she calls out to her black cat. On strict orders from the witch doctor, I'm sure that's going to be culturally appropriate. Tilly returns to Miss Fitch's finishing school for witches, and where in her courses in pumpkin carving, black magic, and witches brewing, Tilly tries desperately to regain her nasty and evil ways. In time for Halloween. Regain? Did she have them before now? Doesn't actually say Tilly Witch. Freeman. Freeman is his last name. So I think I was wrong on offense. Anyway, Beady Bear. These are the picture puffins by Don Freeman. Beady Bear. Barrymore. Corduroy, my boy. Dandelion. Fly high, fly low. Caldecott on a book. Caldecott? Yes. The Guard Mouse. Hattie, the backstage bat. That sounds familiar. Inspector Peckett. Mop Top. Norman the Doorman. That also sounds familiar. A Lad Notable Book. Is that part of their title? I can't tell. I guess it is. Yeah, maybe it's a description of that book. Or like a... You know what I mean. Part of a series, yeah, it is. Part of like a series of books. The Paper Party. Or like I don't know what I mean. I don't know what I'm talking about. The Paper Party. A Rainbow of My Own. Will's Quill. And by Lydia and Don Freeman. Pet of the Met. Another Allah notable book. I feel like I'm more mouth sounds today and no actual voice. Tilly Witch by John. Jesus Christ. We're off to a great start. By Don Freeman. Published by Puffin Books. In the year of our Lord, some year. 1969. Nice. To Susie and Billy. And to Billy. Don't want to leave out words. Ooh. Some nice illustrations. It's got some pumpkins, and Kitty, and Tilly, and a little hoose with an antenna. We getting Sky TV? Alright. One bright moonlit night, Tilly Ipswich. That's on the nose. You know what your life is in for when you have the last name Ipswich. Queen of Halloween stood atop her high mountain peak and sighed, My, what a lovely evening. It makes me feel like being kind to everyone in the world, especially children. For a wicked witch to have such kindly feelings was, to say the least, quite a switch. Here it was nearly Halloween, and Tilly was acting as if she were Queen of May. Her pet cat Kit hid behind a rock and yelled, "Meow, meouch, meouch. Don't eat the rock." "Now, Kit," said Tilly, "if boys and girls can have fun pretending to be witches, I don't see why I can't play at being happy and gay for just a change. But later, when Tilly tried to switch back to being a wicked witch again, she couldn't. Ah, I see. This was detail I could have used in the opening. Pre. She ran inside it. She ran inside her house and looked in the mirror. That's queer. Man, they're just piling it on, aren't they? She said, giggling, "I don't look a bit like my mean old self. Now, how can I frighten children when I feel so good?" Something certainly had to be done about this, and in a hurry. Tilly spread out a map on the floor. "Maybe I ought to go see a witch doctor," she told Kit. "I've heard Dr. Ouija, who lives on a tile." Oh, goodness. Oh, this is going to be... Oh, please be careful. I'm begging you. It's 1969. But come on, man, have a little self-awareness. "Who lives on a tiny island called Wahoo. They say he cures witches without taking stitches." Tilly put on a purple dress and dashed down to her broom port where she kept her new flyer. A surfboard with a whisk broom for a skeg. "Take good care of the bats and owls, Kit," she shouted as she sailed into the sky. "I'll be back when I feel worse." With the skill of a seasoned surf rider, Tilly... What is that? Something keeps popping up in my taskbar and it's driving me nuts. Much like this helm that I have attached to my crotch. With the skill of a seasoned surf rider, Tilly rode the crest of the billowy clouds, singing as she streaked along. At last she sighted the small island of Wahoo far below. Oh, grass huts, good. After making a happy landing, Tilly danced along to the door of the witch doctor's hut, but instead of being pleased, so good to see Tilly in such a giddy mood, Dr. Ouija was horrified. Yeah, I am too. Was horrified. "Ah, wahi, ah, hogwash," he bellowed. Which in Wahooese means, "You happy witch, you are very bad." Okay. I hope this is as bad as it gets. I guess it's not... yeah, okay. Alright. Once inside his hut, the doctor examined Tilly from the tip of her hat to the tips of her slippers. Finally, he handed her a card on which was written the prescription, "Miss Fitch's Finishing School for Witches." Tilly hardly needed... Oh, that's over. That was merciful. Tilly hardly needed to be told what this meant. She had to go back to school, the same school she had attended many years before. Glad they accept alumni. Hopping aboard her surf broom, she waved a cheery goodbye and flew, and away she flew. I've only seen goodbye written like that a handful of times, and it always catches me off guard. Ah, Miss Fitch's Finishing School for Witches. I assume this is Miss Fitch? Why are they all redheads? Not that there's anything wrong with that. You can imagine Miss Fitch's surprise when she opened the gate and beheld Tilly Ipswich, her former prize pupil, standing there smiling. Without saying so much as, "How voodoo you do?" Yeah. That rolls off the tongue. Miss Fitch led Tilly straight to a classroom where... Why are they all green? These two aren't green. Why are they green? Is there like a... Is there like I don't know, like a not a cast. What do I want here? Is there like a, no, it's gone. But like, there's like types of witches, I guess. These are like the Wicked Witch of the West style witches with the green skin and the all black. And I guess it just ranges from the ranges of witches. That'll do. Miss Fitch led Tilly straight to a classroom where students were busily carving out fierce-looking faces and pumpkins. Oh boy! Black magic, the old black magic. Tilly tried her best to be serious, but even during the classes in black magic, she simply couldn't keep from giggling. Naturally, Miss Fitch was furious, but no matter how much she scolded Tilly, Tilly still felt frivolous. So, not what those words were, but that'll do. At cooking class that evening, Tilly behaved worse than ever. The student witches were learning how to mix a witch's brew, and each one was taking a turn at adding nasty tasting things to the pot. When it came to Tilly's turn to show what she could do, she began pouring in syrup and sugar and instant chocolate pudding. Miss Fitch shrieked, "Go to the corner this minute, and sit facing the wall." Oh, it's the pages. That's the pages. They come up in the bottom right corner there. I guess I'm capturing that too, so you'll see it as well. Have fun. A is for abracadabra. B is for bat. C is for cat. Why do they... Oh, wait, because they need to know. Poor Tilly was really in disgrace, and as if this weren't punishment enough, she had to wear a tall dunce hat. For almost an hour, Tilly said it says this is the last page. For almost an hour, Tilly sat and glowered at the blackboard when she began to think about scaring boys and girls. But who would be frightened by a happy witch? They would only laugh. I know it says 34. Never mind, I thought it said 24. You don't care. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. They would only laugh at her, or even worse. They might stop believing in Halloween. Is that a thing people believe in? It's not like Christianity. Do you go to church? Is there a Halloween church? Somebody who knows more about Halloween, tell me. The more Tilly thought of this, the madder she got. And the madder she got, the meaner she felt. Until suddenly she spun around, leaped off her stool, and started stomping on the dunce hats. "I'm not a dunce," she screamed. "I'm the Queen of Halloween, and I have important duties to attend to." Wow, you got purple real fast. Racing outside, she hopped aboard her surf broom. That's a period. It's a full stop. I should end a sentence when that happens. Miss Fitch leaned out the window as Tilly sailed away. "Congratulations, Tilly," she called. "I knew you'd remember your duty. And it's a big duty. You're the best student I've ever had." Heading straight for home, Tilly stopped only long enough to pick up a ripe pumpkin from her own pumpkin patch. As soon as she landed on her mountain peak, she quickly carved out a ferocious-looking face in the pumpkin, then placing it over her head, she crept silently up to her house and slowly opened the creaking door. Dot, 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 dot. "Trick or treat!" she screamed at the top of her lusty lungs. Yeah. Guess that took a... What's the word I want here? No, never mind. "Poor kit nearly hit the ceiling." "Come down, my pet," Tilly coaxed. "See, it's really me. Tilly, I'm ready for Halloween. Come down, we have work to do tonight." And so, just about midnight, Tilly and Kit swept across the moonlit sky, riding astride their trusty old broomstick, scaring children everywhere. For Tilly had indeed learned her lesson. As long as Halloween comes once a year, you can count on her to be the meanest and wickedest witch in all of witchdom. That's it. She got happy and then she didn't. Great. First published by the Viking Press, 1969. Viking Seafarer Edition, published 1975. Reprinted in 1977. Published in Puffin Books in 1978. Reprinted in 1979. Cool kids, never had the time. On a live wire right up off the street, you and I should meet. Summary. Tilly Witch forgets how to be mean and returns to the finishing school for witches to relearn the trickery of the trade, which didn't actually happen that way, but okay. Says 2 more pages. Tilly Witch by Don Freeman. And yeah, that's what I thought. Look, I'm an upstanding citizen, really. Honestly. Bye.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
What? But how could this have been done?